All right, guys. Now it's going to be the full blown checklist as to what I use exactly. This is identifying the market maker models and putting it all together. So now that you guys pretty much have the foundation of everything in front of you in the model, we can put it all together with a simple checklist. And like I said before, this is a keynote. Step one and two here are absolute requirements before dropping to your execution time frame. If step 1 and step 2 do not happen, there's no trade. You need step 1 and step 2. So, getting into this, step 1, price needs to reach an internal range liquidity pool. If there's no tap on either correlated asset of a fair value gap or an imbalance, no trade. If there is one, after that is checked off, you then can go to step 2 and you need to watch and see if price creates SMT divergence at or inside of that internal range liquidity pool tag. If price reaches a gap or an imbalance or fair value gap, but doesn't create SMT divergence at the tag or inside of it, no trade. You need these two to happen before you can go to 3, 4, and 5. These are your keys and your foundation to then moving forward. Once one's checked off, go to 2. If two's checked off, you then go to 3. But if 1 and 2 are not there, you do nothing. You move on to the next pair and you monitor something else. Simple as that. Keep it structured exactly how I'm saying it. Now, if price has step 1 and 2 checked off, then you can go to step 3, which is dropping to your aligned time frame and waiting for price to provide a change in state of delivery off of the higher time frame internal range liquidity pool. Just like how I showed you guys on the examples of what a change in state of delivery is. You want to watch the reaction off of your higher time frame key level that creates SMT divergence inside of on the aligned time frame, and once you see that, you'll then want to monitor the intermediate term perspective or your short term perspective depending on what your aligned time frame is, to then watch that body close or close above or below if you're bullish or bearish, to confirm your CSD to then get your first initial entry to take a position on. Now, step 4 is you execute off of the order block that sweeps liquidity and creates higher time frame SMT and change in state of delivery like I showed you guys before. That is exactly what you do. You execute off of that candle that creates the change in state of delivery off of that higher time frame key level. Now, step 5 is putting your stop loss at the order block low, and you're taking profit at a 1 to 2 risk to reward, and you can either close fully at the 1 to 2 once price reaches your initial take profit point, or if you want to do this, you can set a 1 to 2 risk to reward, but you can close off 80% of the position at a 1 to 2 after it reaches 80%. You then put your stop loss to break even, and then you extend your 20% position the 20% of your position left, push that up higher or lower to the external range targets. Because you're understanding this, you're framing your trades from a monthly, a weekly, and a daily perspective, those internal range liquidity pools, and you're expecting it to go from a daily, a monthly, or a weekly internal to external range draw. And if you're executing on your aligned time frame lower, you can then push this resting runner position to the higher time frame external range targets, which can then net you an extra 1R, 0.5R, or even whatever else is extra after that. So if you would like to do that, that's completely fine, but it's just dependent on how price is moving or structure in regards to the market. But regardless, it's either 1 to 2 completely off the table after you get steps 1 through 4 checked off. And then if you want to leave a position running, you just put your position to break even, leave 20% of the position running to the higher time frame external range targets, risk-free. So there's no worry behind it. But that is exactly the step-by-step process of the model and how you want to frame everything.